This is the Esports World Cup 2025, and it just got bigger. Over 2,000 players from more than 200 clubs will battle it out in the ultimate test of skill, strategy, and endurance. With a life-changing prize pool of over $70 million on the line, the stakes have never been higher.
But only one victor into the grand finals.
The prize money will be distributed across the main event, MVP awards, and the qualifiers. And on top of that, an additional $25 million is up for grabs in the cross-game competition, Club Championship. The week of July 7th, the action kicks off with 7 weeks of intense competition. The world's top esports clubs will go head-to-head across 24 of the biggest games in esports.
Oh, it's Savage into Leona, but that's amazing!
Every match, every moment, every play brings us closer to one question. Who will rise above the rest?
They will march on to the semifinals.
Every club will be looking to challenge the 2024 title holders, Team Falcons.
Club champions.
At the end, the club champions will be crowned.
Reign supreme for the Esports World Cup.
Here's what it takes to come out on top. Each club can compete in all 25 tournaments to earn points and climb the club championship leaderboard. The more points a club accumulates by the end of the tournament, the higher its ranking. The club with the most points wins the EWC and is crowned the best esports club in the world, taking home $5 million. But this isn't just a competition. The Esports World Cup will transform Riyadh into the largest gaming festival ever. Esports fandom meets gaming culture, offering visitors immersive experiences across more than 50,000 square meters. This will be a true celebration of everything that makes gaming great. The world will be watching. Be there. Witness the action. See you in Riyadh.
Hello and welcome back everyone to Headstomper 2025, where we are about to showcase the top 8 for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves in an SNK World Championship qualifier, Esports World Cup qualifier. I am Nicholas Martin Taylor, joined by the beloved Holmore.
Yes, sir, and thank you so much for having me here. It is a pleasure to be here at Headstomper, of course presented by Malmö Games Week. Order your tickets now at malmögameweek.com.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Headstomper is a big collaborator with Malmö Game Week, where there's gonna be fighting game tournaments run at that venue, as well as you saw on the air 30th and 31st of August.
Yeah, so we start the summer with Headstomper, we end it with even more Headstomper action at Malmö Games Week. Of course, we can't forget that we have some sponsors that help this event become possible.
Yeah.
We got the AOC monitors that have been some of the most crisp gameplay I've ever had. Absolutely recommend.
Absolutely insane monitors. You mentioned earlier on the other day that the monitors actually helped you play Third Strike better just because of how fast they are with their response time. 1 millisecond of response time. It is insanely strong monitors.
Yeah, I just want to mention for the record, I was gonna swap over to an SNK shirt, and then I realized, because I had one, and then I realized they're adding Ken and Chun-Li to the game. So what I'm actually doing here is telling SNK, you know, there's another character you should add here. We need more ninjas in Fatal Fury. There's a really good ninja here, please. Okay, thank you. So, yeah, and obviously Sharkgaming, another sponsor we have here, been providing us with some amazing gear. I believe the headsets.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we can bring up the bracket here and take a look at the top 8 that we have coming.
It's what a bracket, man.
It's such a good spread. We have very good regional variety. We have 3 Mexican players, and then the other 5 are all from different nationalities. And there's so many players that come from different types of games here as well. We have Dave O, who, interestingly enough, I knew him mostly from Guilty Gear. but I was talking to him earlier today before we went into the bracket, and his favorite fighting game, and a game that he's been like really into, is actually the original Garou.
Oh, yeah, makes sense as well. I was looking him up a bit earlier as well, and he has the results to show that he really loves these types of games as well.
Yeah, he's been placing for years in so many different games, and he's gonna go up against Dark Angel from Mexico, a seasoned SNK player. I've seen him play some KOF and everything. And on the other side, we have the ET from Taiwan. Insane KOF player, you know, won the biggest of the big tournaments several times, up against Leffen, who's also won the biggest of big tournaments, but not in SNK games.
Yes, sir. Yeah, big melee player, and just general variety. Guilty Gear Strive, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah.
And as we have known as well, Leffen has been a secret SNK player for a very, very long time.
Not a competitor, but he has been playing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the loser side, another SNK god, Score from Japan, one of the best KOF players from over there, as well as Justin Wong, a like 15-time Evo champ or something like that, you know.
Something like that.
A lot of Marvel vs. Capcom in there, but a few other titles as well. And then, of course, we have Uero Asamiya and Shadow X. They are both Mexican players. Extreme pedigree to both of them. Uero Asamiya in particular has traveled more internationally, and we saw a lot of him in KOF 15 in particular.
Yeah, I want to circle back a little bit because you mentioned Justin Wong. The lore behind Justin Wong being here today at Headstomper is so good. Not in top 8, but in top 16, Justin Wong fought against Marn, another competitor from the Americas, and Marn was actually the one that convinced Justin Wong to join us here at Headstomper. And guess who Justin Wong had to beat to get into top 8?
It was Marn.
It was Marn, and man, it was a good set, but you could tell these players had played each other so much. Yeah.
And the Sweden flag pop up is behind us because, you know, we do have a Swede in the top 8. I didn't even mention, but Leffen is Swedish. So, you know, definitely the hometown hero here. But Leffen is not going to be up yet because the first match is going to be here between Dark Angel and Dave O. And interestingly enough, it's a Terry Mirror.
It is a Terry Mirror, and this kind of engagement that we're going to watch right here is going to be such a brilliant showcase of different game strengths being played into each other. And we're just jumping right into it. We're going to see Dave O starting off with a little bit of pressure, putting it on Dark Angel right now. Dark Angel fighting his way out of the corner, but Dave O really wanted to keep him there. Nice roll catch right there. But just defense.
Great start here, yeah. And Dave O getting the anti-air conversion here. Oh, sorry, Dark Angel getting the conversion. It's a mirror match, man. It's so difficult when it's like this. Dave O now outside of SPG range. Dark Angel fully loaded. Let's see.
Yeah, that red blow. Red blow is so good. One of the big main benefits you get from SPG. Dave O trying to do a perfect guard right there, but not quite able to get it. And yeah, Dark Angel in the brown is going to win right there. Dave O in the green needs to find a way back.
Let's see here how they approach. They're actually playing very carefully. I was gonna say they were playing carefully, and then Dark Angel found an opening and just instantly let it rip with that heavy kick into the Gazer.
Nice block of that over here. Dark Angel just kind of poking him out. Finally, Dave O gets a decent opener and is able to push Dark Angel all the way to the corner, but the DP break is going to give Dark Angel all he needs to get that round closer right there.
Yeah, really good start here from Dark Angel. And, you know, SNK has such a stronghold in the Central and South Americas. Of course, Street Fighter is big. Of course, Tekken is big. Of course, Mortal Kombat is big. But SNK games are at a different level there than they are in a lot of other areas of the world. And you can really see that once the high-level competition starts and you see all these players come out from those regions. And Dark Angel definitely showcasing it here as one of the Mexican representatives.
Yeah, I love the way Dark Angel is playing right now, but Dave O is able to get a little bit of stuff going, able to put Dark Angel into the SPG range right now, and Dark Angel is using that to his benefit. SPG not only giving you damage boost, not even giving you a slight discount on your rev moves.
Oh, good decision there from Davo. Just get off of me with that power gazer there. Now the life life range is about the same.
Oh, nice just defense right there. That's so difficult to do in the air. You need to time it perfectly, but Dark Angel finding a DP right when Davo wanted to jump into the fight.
Yeah, for sure. And Dark Angel is now just one round away and gets the wild punish. This is going to be a huge conversion and full corner carry.
Yes,
except Davo chooses to roll.
Nice. I love that Davo just timed that just defend. When you know you're doing a bad jump, you need to be ready on that just defend. Dark Angel's playing kind of safe, not going for like big combos. Ooh, finds a throw bait right there. This is gonna be huge damage.
Yeah, I think it might be one hit here.
Oh, I like the feint. I like the feint.
Oh, and gets over with the crack shoot, and Dark Angel quickly moving into winners finals. And there's actually something I want to talk about here is a lot of people have talked about how Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is a pretty fast game. And, you know, even top 8s and such can go by quite fast since it's a first-to-2 game. And something that I had personally theorized about, and I also talked to Davo about, and he agreed, is it's a very offensive game right now, but there are so many defensive mechanics in it that once players start to embrace those and really hone their defense, you know, the guard canceling, the just defense and everything, then time-wise, it's probably gonna shape out more like other games that are also played first-to-2.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Right now, you may feel rounds going very fast, but once we get about half a year into the game, you're going to see the top players be able to defend against all the kinds of pressure we're seeing right now with just defense, with hyper defense, with guard cancels on point every single time. At that point, neutral is going to be a game of centimeters, micrometers, just absolute in the smallest fraction. Because you know, if you start autopiloting some of the pressure, you're just going to get blown up by it.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, you are seeing a stark difference between the players who have really unlocked that defensive level and players who haven't. But once both players, I should say all players, when you get into the top 32s, top 16s and such of tournaments, embrace this, then I think it's going to really slow the game down. While, you know, you need to really fish for these opportunities where you get the big damage. That's basically what it's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned, we're already seeing it in some matches already. I've seen multiple games go to timer scam, just because you can play so defensively, especially with characters like Hotaru, who has amazing run speed and really good space control.
Sure, absolutely. Now we are going to see the hometown hero Leffen come up here, and he was actually already in the top 8 earlier today. He was playing Guilty Gear Strive, ended up in 4th place, so you know, he's even more hungry for that win now.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw him earlier grinding games and grinding just everything you could want as a kind player, as Leffen is. He was grinding every single thing you should do. He was grinding his combos. He was grinding setups. And he even got some games against Hokutomaru, who is a character we're going to see a lot of in this top 8. And he was grinding specific situations just to know, okay, what can I actually do in these specific circumstances?
Yeah, and that's just how it is when you're a top-level competitor, because he knows he's going to go up against ET. He knows ET's pedigree. But I've known Leffen for a long time, and I talked to him earlier, and actually yesterday, after the top 16, when he was locked in for top 8. And I asked him, like, so how do you feel about Kainen? And he was like, I mean, he's really strong and everything, but he does struggle a bit against Hokutomaru specifically. So that's why he's putting in that work, because if you have a matchup that is not in your favor or difficult in some way, then that's the one you need to work on the most.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing it round start right now. Leffen trying to create some space for himself, but ET finding the initial hit here. Little bit of a wonky hit, but Leffen might find a way out to the mid-screen again.
Yeah, let's see what Leffen can do here. Gets tagged by the rev blow. That we've seen so much mileage out of that from Hokutomaru in this tournament already.
Going back to the mid-screen right now, Leffen just trying to make sure the space is good, but ET puts himself into overheat, which is quite terrible for him right now.
All right, now on the wake up, Leffen gets a clean counter hit, gonna get a good conversion and an okay situation here. Okay, ET just takes the hit.
I love the way ET just found the small gap where he could just run away from Leffen, because Leffen smells blood right now and he is chasing him down. If ET starts blocking too much, his guard meter is going to get broken, and at that point you had no choice. You either had to reversal super, try to get out, or eat death.
Yeah, for sure. And we are now seeing Leffen on a one-round advantage, but ET was actually kind of winning that round at the start until he put himself in overheat. Leffen getting a good start here, setting up, but gets the punish on the landing.
Yeah, it is really beneficial for Leffen right now to get ET out of SPG range. Hokutomaru, a character with not many reversal options, needs to rely very heavily on that super and his rev blow. So Leffen finding these opportunities to take control of the neutral game, and a big punish there with a wild counter since game 1.
Yeah, Leffen now up 1 game here against ET, one of the absolute biggest champions of SNK history, in particular in recent years. We might see Leffen going into winners finals here.
That would be very, very impressive. Oh, nice anti-air there from ET. Gonna put Leffen into the corner, and this is where Hokutomaru wants you to be at. Not a lot of movement options, and yeah, it is so difficult to get out of Hokutomaru's air stalls.
Absolutely, and ET really making the most of that opportunity, but Leffen ready with the reversal and goes under, reads the rev blow. What's coming next here? Overheat, but doesn't matter.
Yeah. It is very easy to start being greedy once your opponent is put into overheat, because you feel like their options are slightly more limited. And while that is true, it doesn't mean that they're completely out of options. And yeah, a good mash there from ET takes that round.
Oh, actually goes under with that.
That was
interesting.
I love that Leffen is like playing a little bit cautious, not going into too much. You might think that super right there is a waste, but it generates a lot of rev gauge back for Leffen, and it does a decent chunk of damage to their rev gauge.
Absolutely. We have seen a lot of kind players just opt to use the meter as a resource outside of combos simply for that reason. And, you know, Leffen making the same thing. Sitting now at match point, 1 step away from getting into winners finals.
Yeah, nice. Just a couple of small hits. Oh, nice run under from Leffen. ET not ready for it. Replo secures the hot knockdown.
Oh, beautiful air stall there from ET. That is the name of the game with Hokutomaru. Getting massive, massive damage on Leffen here. What is Leffen gonna do?
Hard knockdown. Leffen has to guess. Finds a reversal super. Now it's his turn. What's he gonna do with the Oki situation? Finds a small hit. Orb not able to hit. But he's just running up, pressing heavies, and feinting them right after to keep them plus.
Yep, and there's the anti-air. Beautiful stuff. And he should be able to close it out on this one. He does. It's 1-1.
Yeah. One of the big difference makers you're seeing right now is Leffen gets so hungry for the damage and so hungry for the ability to just deal some damage or seal the round, and ET just keeps a calm mind and looks for those jump-ins. It's already happened a few times.
Yeah, I would say that ET is playing a more measured Hokutomaru than what we've seen. A lot of the other Hokutomaru players have gone a lot more aggressive. And I think that might be what Leffen was expecting as well. So when Leffen sees the opening, he decides to go in the aggression instead, but ET is ready for it. And now ET is just running him over.
Yeah, this is a tough position here for Leffen. Gonna be able to start a little bit of his own pressure, but not quite able to confirm that jab. And now he's gonna be put into a pixel situation where chip is real.
Yeah, really hard situation there for Leffen, and ET now finding himself 1 round away from winners finals.
Let's see what he can do. ET with a wild round start right there with the EX elbow. Nice shit.
Good just defend there. Okay.
Oh, wow, that was impressive right through that red blow.
Yeah, and blocks the super. This is going to be a massive punish. Leffen might have a round coming up for him here.
Oh my god, what bravery from ET.
But Leffen, the same. They're both just swinging at each other now, but Leffen unfortunately misses the super, but...
Oh my god, this is a slugfest. Both players dropping a few combos here and there, but able to keep a calm mind and just get ready for something wild again.
Absolutely, and ET gets the first hit in this final round of this winner semifinals. Leffen trying to find the opening with the pressure. Actually gets tagged by the cross-up.
Oh my god, big! This is huge for Leffen. Not only is he gonna get ET out of SPG range, he baits the super, and now ET is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, so Leffen has read masterfully those wake-up supers. I think he only got hit once, and that has been the story here. But ET finding an opening here. What can he do?
Leffen playing a little bit cautious right now. Doesn't want to overcommit into anything. Gets a sweep.
Overhead!
Oh, not able to!
And gets him with the jab, and Leffen is moving into winners finals here over ET.
Man,
and there's a lot to that set that I need to expand on, because I was speaking to Leffen about how well it's gone for him.
Yeah.
And how to use Kain and everything. And he told me, because I was like, you're running everyone over, man. Like, what's going on? You're not the only Kain player. Like, what's going on here? And he was like, I'm really making use of putting the orb out on Oki and then counting on them being afraid, because they're being afraid of it for no good reason. He was like, in a month or two, that's not going to work, because it's not that scary. And ET correctly identified that, because he was never scared of the orb. He was choosing to jump. He was choosing a variety of options. But I think where ET got overconfident is one time he got the super on wake up from it, and then he kept going for it. And every other time, Leffen would block it, Leffen would punish it. I think there were a total of 3 blocked supers. So I think ET let the memory of that successful super overtake his reasoning.
An important note, 2 of those supers were from scramble situations where it's extremely hard to keep that calm mind and be ready for a wake-up super. Leffen just playing to his outs, finding small gaps here and there in ET's pressure, finding a few jump-ins over whenever he really wanted to throw some fireballs as Hokutomaru, seals the deal for Leffen, and winning those round start situation again. When you're putting SPG early, as both these players did, round start is one of the most important moments in the match.
Absolutely. And next match, we are going to have 2 legends going at it. We're going to have Justin Wong and Score. And I was specifically requested by the TOs to give a shout out to Score's fans.
Oh my god.
Score 選手がいらっしゃいますので、日本人視聴者もあると思いますので、本日をご覧いただいてありがとうございます。Thank you to all the Japanese viewers here to support their hero Score.
I love the Japanese fan base for Fatal Fury, because we see them show up in every single top 8 where they have a player represented. I love seeing that Twitch chat just fill up with nothing but Japanese love. It is so nice to see a crossing of so many fan bases from different games, people having their favorite players. I'm sure we saw a lot of Swedish chats when we saw Leffen win as well, so I'm excited for this.
I'm sure we saw a bunch of 20XX from Smash fans as well. But yeah, we are going to have Score up against Justin Wong here, and it's going to be Hokutomaru and Hotaru going at it. They're doing a quick button check right now. And I spoke a lot to both of these players. Not specifically, I didn't actually speak to them in advance of their matchup specifically, but I talked to them like before the whole bracket and everything. And as you were mentioning earlier, the whole story of why Justin came here is because, as Justin himself put it, Marn sold me on the dream. This is the first time he's like actively playing in a tournament for a very long time, because there's a lot at stake and the game is fun.
There is a lot at stake. Not only the SNK Championship, but also the EWC qualifier.
Yes.
Players here are not only playing for like the glory of top 8 and this beautiful trophy we have standing in front of us. The opportunities that you get when you qualify to something as big as the EWC and the SNK Championship is immaculate. And yeah, we love that stick protector. Make sure nobody is peeking at your buttons.
The best part about it was that Justin did the stare down with the actual Score face.
It's great.
All right, so Hotaru versus Hokutomaru here. These are 2 of the characters who have been most represented so far in general for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I think the general consensus is that the top 3 are these 2 and Kain. Score actually said that he considers Hotaru and Kain the top 2, and Hokutomaru is like on a lower rung than those.
Yeah, and I definitely see it, because Hokutomaru is very committal whenever he has to do anything to win a round, while Hotaru and Kain are very much able to just sit back and wait for your opponent. Right now, Justin Wong is getting trounced by Score.
Yeah, this is looking pretty brutal. Score just kind of running over Justin right here, but this is a game with very heavy momentum shifts.
Oh man.
Yeah, but, you know, we could see the exact opposite the next round. Like, this game has very heavy momentum shifts. So let's see what Justin figures out here against Score.
You can tell Score is aggressive right now, but I do also want to note that Score did put his SPG at the middle stage, unlike what we saw earlier, where ET put SPG at the initial stage.
Yeah, and beautiful jump in there from Score, so well timed. And Justin, unfortunately, gonna go all the way down below SPG state.
Oh my god, that was so nice. That looked like it was gonna cross up.
Yeah, beautiful stuff here from Score. A masterclass on pressuring with Hokutomaru, taking a quick first game win here against Justin Wong.
Yeah, absolutely. Score's SPG placement right now, while it is at the middle, it kind of implies that he's ready to lose a few situations. And is fine playing without Reblo as Hokutomaru.
I think you have to be against Hotaru. You can't, because it's so easy for Hotaru to get these tiny hits here and there. So you kind of have to be prepared that, like, yeah, I'm probably going to eat some damage. Maybe I should be prepared for that.
Right now, both players are playing a super patient game. Jaewon getting a little bit of help whenever he just defends right there, but...
What an air stall. That's crazy from Score, and good DP here from Justin Wong. But
he mashes there?
Yeah, Justin keeps trying to do this side switch, but Score has been pressing consistently.
Oh my god, that's so not... Oh, not able to get a full confirm, but Jaewon just running into that shuriken.
Yeah, I think when Justin gets his offensive opportunities here, he needs to figure out some different type of Oki to go for, because Score has consistently been pressing there. Good opening here for Justin Wong. We might see the start of something. Gonna put Score into the SPG range though, so Revlo is now available.
Hard knockdown after the super, finds a grab right there. Let's see what else he can do. There's that Hokutomaru. Revlo switching up the situation immediately. Now Jaewon on the back foot.
All right, let's see. Justin can find his way out of the corner here. Good throw from Score. SPG still available though, not anymore.
What are you gonna do? Jaewon, it's your turn. No!
Yeah, he got caught teching a lot in that set. So Score, recognizing that tendency, keeps going for the air stalls because he knows how much he's going to get out of it in case Justin is expecting a throw. Very good mix-up of options there from Score. And, you know, that's what a ninja's supposed to be. Tricky.
Yeah. Sadly, that is the end of Jaewon's Fatal Fury here at Headstomper. Score from Japan able to take it over the American player right there. Very impressive record for Justin Wong, though. His run has been insanely tough.
Yeah. And
making it to top 8 here at Headstomper is impressive. Very impressive.
It's been very tough for all these players because it's so stacked here. So many players that we expected to see go far. Some even ended in pools, you know. The Dimokov, the winner of Street Fighter 6 here at Headstomper, he didn't make it out of pools.
Yeah, Matt KOF too.
Wait, was he at 13th? Yeah, he was 13th. Sorry, he did make it out of pools, but he lost right after. Sorry.
Yeah, but lots of well-known players. Matt KOF, Milka, as you mentioned. So many strong players just not able to make it out of top 16 into this top 8 right here.
Yeah, we had Dai as well, one of the premier European players.
I wished I made it. Yeah. I wished I made it, man.
Yeah, we had Mystic Smash, also one of the best European players at, like, getting into games early. He's very similar to Leffen in that regard, you know. He gets into the game, and then, you know, maybe he sticks around, maybe he doesn't, but for that first half year or year, he's going to be, like, one of the consistently best players. Didn't make it into top 8.
Yeah. And... yeah, we're getting into the next match here in just a second. It's looking like it's going to be a really good match right here. Am I seeing Rock Howard on screen?
Shadow X was playing Rock the entirety of top 16 as well. So one of the few Rock representatives, which is interesting because Rock is typically a very popular character in general. You saw a lot of playing King of Fighters 15. But I think right now with Fatal Fury, it's more the reputation than the reality that you should play like the top 3, right? You should play Hotaru, you should play Hokutomaru, you should play Kind. But we have 2 Terrys and winners. Like,
yes, we do.
It's a game with a lot of characters. Like, we're gonna see more and more. Even before the first balance patch, we are gonna see a lot of different stuff, and we're seeing it here in the top 8 with Shadow X representing the Rock against his fellow countryman Wero.
Yeah, and these characters are very similar in many ways. Fast run speed. Oh my god, what an answer to that! Red Blow!
Yes, and this is the kind of stuff we are going to see more and more of as the game develops, because these moves are in the game as natural counters to rev blows, and that was a masterful showcase of it from ShadowX.
Now, Mia finds a small hit here, able to convert it into some Oki, but ShadowX so brave. There's that rev blow.
Yeah, not getting anything off that throw, but there we go. This should be round 1 for ShadowX, and it is. And you know, these guys have played against each other so much. They're both from Mexico, and they are SNK heads through and through. You know, I've seen both of them play KOF a lot.
Yeah,
know,
KOF
they
15, all the older KOFs as well, even Mark of the Wolves as well.
I'm pretty sure I saw both of them in Sam Show as well. You know, they are seasoned SNK players.
Yeah, here we see ShadowX getting a Raging Storm.
Super good air throw.
Oh, that's so good. Air throws I love in this game because a lot of people are going to start just defending in the air whenever they feel like they've done a bad jumping. And air throw just answers that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Wero having the corner position here and moving back and forth ever so slightly, trying to mix it up against Shadow. But nice command grab, and when you're close to the corner, that's going to lead to so much here. He has the bar, close it out, take game 1.
Love to see it. I love that custom win pose there that Rock does whenever he wins with Raging Storm.
Yeah, it's so cool. That's the thing about SNK games. The characters are so
There's so much lore to it as well. It's so good.
I love it.
All right, we're feeling each other out here. ShadowX and Whereas Mia finds the first hit here, gonna be able to put ShadowX into SPG state with the hard knockdown after the red blow.
Let's see here, Wero Asamiya actually taking some distance, playing it cool. You can kind of do that with Hotaru for sure. You can go very much in and out because of her quick move speed, but the command grab goes nowhere. Falcon ShadowX saw it coming.
Running him down. Playing it safe once again. Just trying to find space here. Both players are using their fireballs to find some space where they can start to approach. Nice. Hard knockdown again, whereas Mia had to guess. Playing super defensively, but finds a wild punish, and this is going to be big damage.
Yeah, he can finish it out here, taking the first round of game 2.
See, both players have been playing very patiently on round start. ShadowX finding a small hit here to start off the round, whereas Mia trying to answer back. Throwing out heavies in neutral, you might think it's risky, but that wild punish could be huge damage. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Misses out on the combo, but not to the extent that he can be punished for it. But Wero manages to get the corner position here. Very good start, gets the jump in. What's the follow-up going to be here? A lot of damage coming out, opts for the super.
Yeah, makes sense. Hard knockdown, ShadowX has to guess. Could use that SPG for a red blow.
Okay, just keeping the pressure going. Fishing for something.
Yeah, they're just trading small blows right now, trying to find a way to end the round.
There we go! The light confirm into super, closing out game 2 for Wero Asamiya. And I wonder how this is going to come into play for the rest of the match, because Wero has seemingly been conditioned not to go for the command grab.
Yeah.
And because of that, ShadowX is just comfortably blocking whenever he's in those situations.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that is going to develop in this third game.
Yeah, right now, both players are completely fine just playing in this mid-screen game right here.
Yeah. Kind of high on that jump hit, so not able to get anything from it, but
EX Fireballs are dominating this game right now.
Absolutely.
Deciding the pace.
Let's see if Wero can find an opening here. He is pushing Shadow to the corner, slowly but surely.
Nice anti-air. Gotta get the super as well if he wants to, does not want to do it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have closed out the SPG, so oh goodness. Reading the throw there, but Shadow messes up the combo again, but gets another hit, so it's all good.
Not quite enough. Chip situation, there's the overhead.
Yeah, beautiful.
Round 2, get ready, fight.
Alright, ShadowX looking very strong right now. See what he can do. Just pressuring with some small buttons again. Nice normal throw. Not a command throw. Command throw does have a little bit more startup.
Yeah. There's another throw.
Runs away. Back to this patient game.
Yeah. Oh, that could have been massive, but that is going to be good stuff for Wero. And the corner position here.
ShadowX is in one-touch situation right now. If Wero Asamiya decides to use that hidden gear super,
even without it, if he gets the right type of starter here... Oh, that could have been it, but it was a little bit too high up to get that follow-up.
Neither player able to get a full confirm right now, just trading with the pokes.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. Doesn't even need to burn anything, and both players now on full resources moving into this final round.
Whereas Mia really wants to win this round, so let's see what he's gonna do to make sure it's his.
Let's see.
Really wanted that wild punch there, not able to. Meeting each other in the air constantly. Both these players on the exact same wavelength.
Absolutely, they are playing a very methodical neutral here. And just trying to keep themselves relatively low risk to not get hit by something big.
Not enough.
A small hit, but Wero, that is chipping away at
so
Shadow.
Scary. It's so scary against Hotaru right now.
Okay, the corner position.
Hard knockdown, no more
well.
SPG. Oh my god, this could be huge. With the SPG boost, is this gonna be able to kill? This might be enough.
No, I don't think so. Not quite.
Quiet.
This is such a bad situation, and he gets it with the low. Shadow X takes out Wero Asamiya from the running, and Wero gonna have to end up in 7th place here. And it's a bit of a heartbreaker if you know Wero's history, because he had such a struggle qualifying for the SNK World Championship in KOF 15, the 2023 one, and he kept getting second all the time. And you know, 7th isn't second, he wasn't as close to the goal here, but it's been ingrained into my mind that every time Wero doesn't qualify, I'm like, man, not again.
Yeah. It is unfortunate, but yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of really strong players now.
Yeah,
some of the matches have been a little bit one-sided. Now, I don't think we're gonna see that at all. Every single player that has won these matches have won because of their defense.
Absolutely, yeah. That is the name of the game, and just reading the tendencies of your opponent. And who would have ever believed that outside of top 4 in losers bracket, we're gonna see score against ET?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. If this was any other game, these players would be winner side.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. They're such strong players, and they played against each other so many times in different SNK games, KOF 15 in particular. And yeah, seeing them in losers here, one of them going home 5th, it doesn't even feel real.
I love the signage. I love the signs.
Yes, it's so good.
Thank you so much, crowd. Players setting up right here. Quick again, once again, mention to our sponsors, Malmö Game Week, big collaborator. Love to see them. Can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Headstomper at the Malmö Game Week.
Yeah, it's really cool that they're embracing this gaming culture. I really appreciate it, because Headstomper's been around for a long time, so seeing this renewed support, it's just amazing. So I'm really happy to see Malmö Games Week collaborating with Headstomper.
Yeah, and it's not only just gonna be like fighting games and stuff like that. It's gonna be all sorts of like nerd culture stuff. Like it's gonna be board games. It's gonna be anything you can imagine. Basically, if you're here and you like what you see, you're gonna love what they're doing at Malmö Game Week.
Absolutely. Yeah, so anyone who has their way around Malmö at the end of August, make sure to stop by Malmö Games Week and get some more Headstomper action in there as well. But right now, we are at the main event of Headstomper, and we are going to see a mirror match between 2 of the absolute strongest Hokutomaru players in the world.
Yeah, we mentioned it yesterday, but this matchup is very interesting in the way that Hokutomaru is a character that decides when he wants to go in. But in exchange, his defensive abilities are very much more limited.
Yeah, he's very much an aggressor, and that can make the mirror match very, very taxing to play.
Yeah. It's going to be really important to see where the players have placed their SPGs. If they're both on round starts, which they are, we're going to see a fight for the round start game.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just doing a quick button check right here, but both players with a statement that I'm gonna win round start.
Yeah, they're gonna go full aggression. That's all there is to it. And I mean, that is how you want to play a Hokutomaru to an extent. When I say full aggression, I don't mean like just swinging. That's not what I mean. But you want to be in control of the pace of the game the entire time, whether that be through, you know, pressure on block, air stalling with various options, the teleports, the shurikens. All of it is an aggressive option. but at different parts of the screen and everything. And Hokutomaru, especially up close, has a bit of a problem with people pressuring him. That's why he has these different options to make sure that people don't end up in that spot. And that's what makes this mirror so strange.
Yeah. One of the big things we're going to be on the lookout for is any player deciding to throw shurikens. That is going to be the big opener for a lot of these engagements, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. And you know they're both going to do it at the start, but how are they going to mix it up? That's what the question's going to be.
Yeah, here we go. Falcons ET versus Score.
Okay, let's see here. Score going in carefully, though. There, we're starting to see the shuriken game here from ET's side.
Yeah, nice. Good tech. There's an opener.
Just run away. Oh, they were both teleporting.
Big run under there from Score. ET answering back with a little bit damage of his own. Gets him out of that rev blow with the throw.
There's the light confirm on Score's side.
Oh, again. Yeah.
Very good air soul. And that's kind of the thing, like, it's very difficult to anti-air something like that for any character because you don't know what he's doing up there because there's so many options from the air.
Yeah. All right. Hard knockdown. Hard knockdowns are so important in this match.
Yeah, I think so. And
Red blow,
good choice on that. Manages to get the crumple by countering the rev blow. ET looking very, very good.
Is he going to cash out? Not quite.
Yeah, he's just going for the hard knockdown here. And the double jump. He's very close to taking Score down here, but Score answering in kind.
Yeah. See the defense. Nice! Saw that overhead right there and is able to even it out. One round apiece.
All right, what's next? Let's see. Oh, beautiful round start here from ET.
Get him out of that SPG. Score on the back foot right now. Let's see what ET can do. Rev blow right through that rebel again. Hard knockdown. Time to guess. Nice tech.
Yeah, that is such a disaster for Score right now. But Score finding an option to get out, doesn't have the SPG away from ET yet. There it is. Gets another light confirm, and now they are on fairly equal footing. ET with some meter.
What train these supers? We're seeing this super like 3 times this round already.
Yeah, we're seeing so much mileage out of these lights. That's how they're really opening each other up. Just staying careful at the mid-range, and ET gonna close out game 1 here against Score.
Very impressive, and as we suspected, both these players are playing aggressive but in a controlled manner because they know if they mess up, it could be lights out.
Absolutely. And another throw coming out here. ET really trying to just keep these small hits coming against Score because that's what's been working for him so far.
Oh, nice.
Gets the full counter onto the rev blow there.
Another rev blow. Falcons ET looking so dominant right now.
Absolutely. Puts himself in overheat. Not even scared. Just gonna try and close that out here against Score anyway, but Score gets a little hit. Doesn't get a proper conversion off of it, unfortunately.
Puts himself into overheat now. Score. We're both playing without EX moves right now. This is as honest as you're gonna get with Hokutomaru, and we're just running up and throwing. Nice air to air, not quite enough.
Yeah, those air to airs have really paid off for ET. He keeps catching Score in the air. It's been really good because Score isn't able to really start any pressure because of it.
Oh, nice rev blow again. Again, this rev blow from Hokutomaru, one of his main defensive options just because he lacks that that DP.
Yeah, so smart here from Score, not just landing his own rev blow, but also doing a correct read.
Nice! Throw that's gonna get him out of SPG. No more rev blows from either of these players. Bring on some pressure.
Score
nice
rolls
roll.
out. Gets the light confirmed.
Not enough. Oh my god, what a dodge blow.
And Score taking a round here in game 2.
Score might be finally gaining some momentum here, trading with the elbows initially here. See what they can do.
Okay, let's see.
Score on the back foot. There's that rev blow. ET, are you going to answer back with the super? Yes, you are. What are you going to do here? Respecting Score. He really wanted to bait that super. Score with 2 bars of meter could do it.
Oh, wow. Goes into the level 2 here as well. Big damage coming out onto ET. But he gets tagged, and now in the corner with his tournament life on the line. Gets hit by the overhead, and Score has been eliminated in 5th place by Falcon's very own ET. Oh, man. It's difficult, but, you know, when you lose, when you feel like everything's against you, if you're here at Headstomper of all tournaments, there's a little something waiting for you.
Yeah.
Some free ice cream.
Yeah, and it is free. Like,
yes.
free.
You can go grab ice cream as much as you want. And since Score just got eliminated, I need to send a message to his fans. 残念ながらスコア選手は今負けてしまったんですけれども、このヘッドストンパーという大会にいるのなら、負けてしまってもただのソフトクリームがありますので、ぜひ来てください。ありがとうございます。
That is impressive. That is impressive.
It's
yeah.
good.
Yeah. And I also want to mention, for anyone watching here and they're like, oh, well, I wouldn't even be able to enjoy the ice cream. I'm lactose intolerant. Guess what? This is lactose-free ice cream.
Lactose-free.
Yeah. So you have no excuse.
The wonders of technology.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Oh, my God. But yeah, unfortunate sending home there from Score. ET able to take it over him.
Yeah.
And we're getting right into this next matchup. And I love this matchup. This matchup is so fun and interesting. We're looking at Terry versus Rock.
Yeah, I mean, lore-wise, it's like the coolest matchup you can have.
Yeah.
It's so good, because, you know, Terry's father was murdered by Geese, and Rock is Geese's biological son.
Mm-hmm.
And after Terry fights Geese to the death, he takes Rock in to make sure that he has a good life and doesn't have to suffer like Terry did.
Yeah.
He becomes his adopted father. It's very, very cool,
Yeah.
very heartwarming.
There's a lot of really cool scenes, especially in this game story mode as well.
Yeah.
Where Rock and Terry really just... You get to see a lot of their character, and we're going to see a lot of these players' character and how they're going to play this. These characters play very similarly in this game, Rock Howard being the exception to Terry because Rock has access to a command grab.
Yeah, that's true. That is a big factor because I mean, I wouldn't really call Rock a Shoto, but he is a fairly, like, standard character.
Command grab.
Yeah, so having a command grab on top of that is kind of crazy. And, yeah, we are seeing a good start here from Shadow up against Devo.
One thing I want to mention, Terry feels like he does so much more damage off the stray hits rather than more than Rock, which probably is an exchange for that command grab, that Rock doesn't get like, enormous mid-screen damage like Terry does.
Yeah, I think one of the things that people have been pointing out when it comes to Terry is specifically the high damage he can dish out. And a large part of that comes because from stray hits, he can go into the burn knuckle and, you know, spacing...
Like that.
Exactly like that. That means that spacing isn't even really an issue because, you know, we saw a lot of these situations where players weren't able to get a lot of damage because they were a bit too far away. And Terry doesn't suffer from that in the same way as those characters. And Devo taking the first round here by showcasing exactly that.
Yeah. Oh, Shadow X trying to get something started with some light confirms, but not able to confirm it into the super. Devo pressing some buttons here, but Shadow X gets the first hit here. Raging Storm, hard knockdown. What you're gonna do? It's a throw. That's another hard knockdown.
Okay, let's see here. Throwing us smaller hits. Here's Devo.
Nice
Beautiful.
guard cancel.
Yeah, I need to circle back to that later, but this is going to be too fast-paced for right now, but I talked to Devo about that specifically.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see here.
We're just walking back and forth right now. Shadow X really wanting to get something started there, and Devo with a unfortunate jump in.
Yeah.
Shadow X answers that perfectly with a BDP.
Yeah, and that ties it up at 1-1 in this game 1 here. Devo trying to find anything. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
He didn't just find anything. He found the thing. Puts Shadow into SPG, but with the pressure mounting, is it even gonna matter? It does matter.
Yes, sir. He finds another opening here. Super. Secure that hard knockdown. Walk in. Nice empty jump low. Air fireballs. Air fireballs from Rock Howard is so good at dominating that neutral space. It's that red blow. Devo not ready for it. Not gonna be enough. Doesn't have the meter for it.
Oh, the overhead. Clinching it out there for Shadow X. So I was Dave O mentioned. I said it earlier that he was actually like an old school Garo player, which is rare because it wasn't played that much competitively. But he would grind that like back in the day, you know, on emulation and everything. And I asked him, like, so coming from Garo specifically, do you feel like it translates well into Fatal Fury City of the Wolves? And he said, it translates perfectly.
Yeah.
And a big part of that was the defense. And he said, guard cancels are so much better in Garo because they're free. But like having that in your head and having that as like an expectation is something that's going to help a lot in this game.
Yeah, right now we're seeing ShadowX just slowly whittling away at Dave's life bar with some shorts, with some low attacking moves. Defensive red blow there. That is really good. Another fireball here. Nice DP. Davo, what are you going to do? You're going to roll out. Very nice. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, Rock has so many options after he does that elbow that he does.
Yeah.
You can do fireballs, you can do command grab, you can do a low, you can do a high. So many options.
Oh, beautiful stuff here. ShadowX getting a quick knockdown, trying to mount the pressure here on Davo. He is one round away from advancing into the top 4.
There's that EXR fireball once again. Davo backing off, putting himself closer to the corner, but that 1, 2, 3.
There we go. Good stuff here from Shadow. Getting the hard knockdown as well with that Raging Storm. But Davo, waking up swinging, was ready for the spacing there.
I feel like Davo is really looking for that red blow right now because ShadowX has pulled it out so many times. As that light into super. Finds another one, and yeah, empty jump low. Very, very strong.
Yeah, that one went by fairly quickly. ShadowX just, you know, really making the most of his offense. And I think that's what we're seeing in a lot of these high-level games, is we're not seeing this gigantic damage all the time. We're seeing a lot of these small hits being converted.
Yeah.
And yeah, ShadowX definitely doing a good job with that.
Yeah, I love that how well ShadowX was at adapting his defensive options as well. Initially, we saw a lot of red blows, which resulted in Dave O starting to back off when he had the Oki situation, which resulted in ShadowX being able to take command despite being knocked down.
Yeah, absolutely. And with this top 4 now, we still have 2 Mexican players in here. So we have 2 Mexican players, 1 Swedish player, and 1 Taiwanese player, which is very interesting because if you told people, even if you told them it's going to be a tournament in Sweden, and you're going to be like, who do you think is going to be in that top 4? People weren't going to say, oh, I'm sure a Swedish player will be in there.
Yeah, generally not. KOF and SNK games generally has like an enormous following in the Americas and especially in the South Americas. It hasn't really taken off as much in the European regions. The Asian territories have also been very avid in KOF. Big notoriety in some players like Shanghai.
Yeah, but it's a very international game, and you know, if you look at SNK specifically, we have Bubblan, who has qualified for the SNK World Championship, the current one. So I mean, it's not like it doesn't exist, but it's more, if you knew that, like, okay, its score is gonna be there, Wero Asami is gonna be there, ET is gonna be there, Mad KOF is gonna be there, you know, they're gonna be like, I don't think a Swede is getting into that top 4.
Yeah,
but here he is, and it's not Bubblan, it's Leffen.
Yeah, and Leffen has been grinding this game incredibly hard. Even more than Strive recently.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Despite Leffen being as strong as he is in Strive, Fatal Fury has been his main focus for ever since the game came out, basically.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I speak a lot with Leffen, and his main thing that makes a game fun for him, it's of course it's the mechanics, it's the gameplay, it's the characters. Like, the same for everyone. But even if he finds all of those things satisfactory, he's not going to play that game. Because what makes a game fun for him is the competition specifically. So he needs players.
Yeah.
That's what he cares about the most. He needs a big scene, a lot of players, being able to just hop on and play a game whenever. Yeah. That's what's important. And Fatal Fury has managed that.
Yeah, and also importantly, for someone like Leffen, I also know, it has to be strong players.
Of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's one thing to jump on a game and always have someone to grind with, but it's another thing entirely to be able to grind with the strongest player in the world.
Yeah, and seeing like obviously the SNK, really strong SNK players, they're masters of their craft. Obviously, nobody's gonna say like, oh, they're just winning because the game, you know, they're the only ones playing it, or whatever. Like, that's never been the case. Everyone knows they're amazing players. And then on top of that, we have all these players from other games coming in as well for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. And that makes it an extremely competitive environment. And that's exactly what Leffen is looking for. And he's going to find it here in Winners Finals against Dark Angel, one of Mexico's absolute strongest players. Let's see how this one shakes out.
Leffen getting started early here, winning that round start, which makes sense with that SPG placement as well. He's really gunning for that. And there's the red blow on red blow. Huge starter here for Leffen. Let's see what kind of damage he's going to be able to do. He does have access to a super, and is it going to be enough? Not quite. Not going to go for it. Beats the DP.
That's something that I've been looking for a lot and that I really appreciate, and I know Leffen has probably been labbing to me that when you have your opponent in SPG and you're scared of their red blow, having an option where you know you'll be able to cancel into a red blow to respond to it. And that's what we saw there from Leffen. It's very, very, very safe. And even now, like, he doesn't even need to worry about the SPG in this round. He's just running over Dark Angel here, and that's basically a perfect. It is a perfect.
My God, that was like 30 seconds!
Yeah, that was a masterclass from Leffen, and we did see a lot of what ET didn't give him, what I talked about earlier, where Dark Angel was respecting the orcs, and that's kind of what Leffen is counting on players doing.
Oh, one finish!
It gives him a lot.
This is what Dark Angel needs.
Very strong start here from Dark Angel.
Not quite enough to get Leffen out of SPG, though, but that wild punish is going to be enough.
Wonderful, wonderful stuff here from Dark Angel. Got the corner position. Leffen come out swinging with the heavy.
Impressive pressing there from Dark Angel. Kine is one of the few characters where if you break his EXDP, he is plus.
And here we go. He is moving in, but the DP, yeah, that is not a safe jump, and Dark Angel taking first round here of game 2.
Good awareness from Dark Angel. Man, Leffen, I've seen Leffen do that round start option so many times where he just goes with a 2C immediately on round start.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
It's a great button. It's a great button. You get so much out of it. And oh, that's unfortunate whiff there.
Far away. Unfortunate there for Leffen.
That would have been a huge swing in life. But he finds another super regardless. Knocks down with a red blow. Time to guess. It's so scary. It's so scary right now. And Dark Angel not quite going to be able to get counterpoked into the pre-DP break.
Yeah, and it's looking a bit rough now for Dark Angel. Even though he was so strong in that first round, he looked a little bit lost in the second round. So let's see if he can figure out good offense here. But that is one of the strongest options that Terry has, is the fade, because it's such a high to middle move that he's doing, right? And being able to bait the opponent with that is so
yes,
good.
Sir. Nice. Leffen went for that DP break, not able to get enough for it. Dark Angel finally getting something going, but Leffen rolls out and immediately supers. Now Dark Angel is in a precarious situation, Leffen with no red blow to answer that.
Yeah, this time he didn't have it, so it's not possible, but what a good reversal. Let's see what he goes for here, and the explosion actually works out for him.
Oh my God, Kine gaming right now. Pixel Life.
Jump in. Leffen 2-0 in Winners Finals of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
Yeah, we are in a first to 3 territory right now, so Leffen is going to have to do one more if he wants to. Nice dodge blow there. Yeah, Kine players love to use that red blow, especially in neutral if they see you go for something committal.
Absolutely. Dark Angel was fishing for it, and he got him hook, line, and sinker, and getting so much damage here. But Leffen with the Abara jab, but too far away. That happened one time earlier as well. I wonder if it's something specific with Terry, or if Dark Angel is just simply spacing himself to a degree where Leffen won't be able to follow up properly.
Oh, nice run under. Leffen trying to make something happen. Big moves in neutral here from Leffen right now. Able to put... Nice.
Okay, Kine pushing into the corner here. Oh.
Front throw, not a back throw.
Okay, it's so crazy that he gets
overheat time.
It's actually an
Protect.
overheat though.
2, 3. Yeah. Oh, he's going so aggressive. He wants that. Dark Angel really wants that burnout.
Yeah, Dark Angel is making full use of Leffen being in burnout, but Leffen getting a massive follow-up here, super into super.
That's gonna give him so much rev gauge back as well.
Yep. He didn't have any rev gauge, so he
Power geyser!
And Dark Angel with the bait there, trying to get him to jump in. Got him.
We just saw an incredible momentum shift right here. Dark Angel suddenly answering most of Leffen's full screen options, and even managing to bait some out.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely seeing Dark Angel getting a lot more comfortable in the matchup and Leffen being less able to push in. But as I say that, he gets the small jump in there, gets good situation from it.
I love that Dark Angel suddenly has become a lot more brave against those orbs, pressing buttons, even when he's on the corner.
Yeah, and we are seeing a very high level of aggression here on block from Dark Angel, really forcing Leffen into overload, which is exactly where he wants him. Because it makes Kind's options so much worse, because he can't follow up with the EX.
Just defends all of it.
Building back HP as well.
He is in overheat as well, just like Leffen. But Leffen doesn't really have access to blocking right now, because if he does, he's gonna explode just like that.
Yep. And this, we're seeing the fruits of Dark Angel's labor. He used a lot of time there to try and figure out what is Leffen exactly going for. And now he started figuring out how to put him on the back foot, how to force him first out of SPG, and then force him into overheat.
Big counter hit here from Leffen. Is it enough to get his game plan started? Getting some plus frames off that orb.
There's a throw. Orb is out. Oh, big hit for Leffen.
If you notice, yeah, Dark Angel went for the Revlo there, but Leffen blew it up with the super.
And now Dark Angel is the one who's in overheat instead. Let's see how Leffen decides to pressure this. That is a guard crush. Doesn't get any follow-up from it. That's unfortunate.
Oh my god, it's Dark Angel.
He has the super. Triple Gazer closing out game 4, and we are now in a 2-2 situation here in winners finals.
Yeah, I'm surprised neither player took the time to get a breather here, but both are hungry. They want to get this done.
Absolutely.
Nice bait.
That's exactly what I love so much about this play with Terry. You make them think a fireball is coming and then just run a throw.
And not only that, you have so many other options as well. If they do go for a red blow, you can dodge blow through it. If they jump over it, you have your DP break.
Yeah, absolutely. But Leffen getting corner position. Okay, good block on that DP. This is going to be a very good situation for Leffen. How is Dark Angel going to respond? We will find out. Hard knockdown.
Yeah.
SPG is gone.
This round is very important. It's going to shift momentum a lot in this final rounds.
Big counter hit, but
no confirm. But Leffen finds it regardless with a reset there. And Leffen now a game from taking this.
Yeah, one more round and he will be in grand finals. Oh, and that's a big counter hit to start it off. Gets all the way to the corner. And the block, but Leffen didn't get a punish because of the orb. He actually sabotaged himself.
Oh my god, Dark Angel really wanted to get out of this corner, but Leffen just answering every possible option.
He ran under. This is massive. Pushing him into the orb, and the orb
flames, and that's gonna be it. Leffen takes it over Dark Angel. Dark Angel is set to lose a side.
And Leffen in grand finals here in Malmö, Sweden, Headstomper 2025, looking to grab that SNK World Championship qualifying spot as well as the Esports World Cup qualifying spot.
Whew, wow, what a match.
That was crazy. That was crazy, I
There
gotta
were
say.
so many layers the entire time. We saw Leffen initially able to just dominate the neutral space with his big buttons. Suddenly, after the second game, Dark Angel switched to a more reactive playstyle and wanting to bait Leffen into doing those exact same things.
Yes.
And he even got some success from it. We saw that that dodge blow through that full screen red blow.
Yeah.
And that was a huge statement out of Dark Angel saying, I know what you're gonna do. I'm gonna bait you into doing it and answer it perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like Dark Angel really found his footing when he managed to put a little bit of fear in Leffen, because that let him get in on him and start bulldogging him, forcing him into overheat. But that's the thing. You can scare someone.
Yes, you
But
can.
you can't force them to stay scared.
No, and especially not in this game, because if you're scared for too long and you stay blocking, it's gonna get broken eventually. You have to react. You have to be aggressive in some manners, either through a guard cancel into a DP motion, either into a zero frame super hyper defense. You have a lot of options, but you need to use them.
Absolutely, and that's what we're seeing as well. Like, you know, Leffen, when an option doesn't work, that doesn't mean he's going to stop using it. It just means he has to start using it smarter, and that's what we saw a lot from him in that set. He didn't stop using the reversal. He didn't stop using the orbs. He didn't stop using the rev blow either. He just started using them in slightly different areas.
Yeah, we even saw him use the kind orbs in a slightly different manner. We saw that at the very end with the mid-screen orb, and they've been able to push Dark Angel into it, creating that situation he needed for the win.
Absolutely, yeah. Very impressive stuff from Leffen, for sure. And we are gonna find out soon who gets to battle out against Leffen. Both ET and Dark Angel are looking for that rematch.
Yeah, but right now we're gonna be looking at ET and Shadow X.
Yes, so Shadow X, I don't remember who sent him to losers, but I'm pretty sure he never played against Leffen this tournament. So he might be the answer to taking down Leffen.
He could be.
But now we are gonna have this match coming up here between the two. So it's gonna be Rock versus Hoktomaru, unless nothing's changed.
Yeah.
And since this is the losers semifinals, we are back to first two.
Yeah. We are in a first-to-2 situation right now, and currently we're seeing Shadow X play a really good defensive game, able to just defend a lot of those shurikens, even in the air. Very impressive.
Yeah, good stuff, but ET finally finds an opening here. Gonna get the corner pressure. Let's see what he has. Shadow X just blocking, doesn't even care.
Yeah.
There we go. Gets the DP after a few
Oh, he's so brave for that. ET, aggressive. Doesn't want to lose this. Oh, that was such a floaty jump.
Let's see what's coming up here. Oh,
Big
swing. And a hit.
He's an SPG as well, so this is going to hurt a lot.
Yep. Oh, nice. Gets the cross up there. And
I love that. I love that option. I love that how Shadow X was thinking, but ET one step ahead.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. A lot of blocking, and ET closes it out.
You saw there, ET was showing so many different options he had access to at that point in the screen, and Shadow X was just waiting for the teleporter on top of him, but ET showed every other option possible.
Oh, there's the command grab, pushing him all the way to the corner here. Good
nice, keeping him in there.
Oh
no!
Ends up putting himself in the corner, and the hard knockdown here from ET. Gets the setup, goes for the throw. What's next?
Good blocks, just defend, side swaps again. Now it's Shadow X's turn. Oh, finds a command grab. What are we gonna do with this? Not quite enough to build enough meter to end with the super, but this situation afterwards.
And another one! Okay, he's really putting the fear in ET here. I am wondering what the next layer to this is. Because eventually he is gonna force ET to either, you know, backdash or mash or jump. And what is Shadow X looking to do as a response? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, we've established layer 1 of the defense and offense. Now it's time for the layer 2. What are you gonna do?
We will see. Shadow getting good air-to-air once more here, trying to push in on ET, and that was such a good decision. He wasn't confident in getting a combo at that height, so just went for the command grab, and ET had to eat it. Hidden gear as well, so gonna get all of the rev gauge back. What's gonna come up next here on the wake up?
Let's see. Not the best Oki situation that hidden gear super gives you, but ET finds the answer to that red blow, but only gets a single hit of that 20-hit super.
Because he goes so high up.
Sweep. Tries to make something happen. Both players on a pixel. Next hit could seal it. Light super. Is it enough? Yes, sir. It is.
Good stuff here from ET, but that was really close. Like, could go either way.
Yep.
Shadow X is still in it.
Taking a moment to breathe here. Shadow X. What's he gonna do on that round start? ET being immediately aggressive and finds a low hit here, able to push Shadow X into the corner. Good answering, keeping him in there. Throw. Time for a hard knockdown situation. What are you gonna do? Shadow X eats another throw. Needs to find a different answer. Walks under but gets red blowed for his efforts. ET finds another small hit. Not quite able to end it in super, but he's looking so strong right now. He could even take some risk if he wishes to. There's that throw.
Oh my goodness, yeah, ET just kind of running over.
Air throw!
Air throw. That option had not been represented at all. He knew that Shadow X liked to go for the air-to-airs instead of like anti-airing with DPs and such, so just waiting for it and going with the air throw to close out that round. ET 1 round away now from taking loser semifinals.
Oh,
and
there's that!
There's the answer. I was thinking that Shadow X would already mix it up in anticipation, but he didn't.
Yeah, and ET answering back with heavy damage and able to do a lot more now. Is it gonna be enough to seal the game? I do believe it is enough. And just like that, ET sent Shadow X out of Headstomper.
Yeah, Shadow X ending up in 4th place here. Obviously a very, very strong showing, but yeah, ET just taking it. And that means losers finals is going to be between ET and Dark Angel.
Yeah, yeah. And that's going to be an interesting one to watch as well, because both these players have a very different playstyle.
Yeah, I think ET is a lot more methodical, and we were saying it earlier, he's less aggressive than a lot of Hoktomaros that we've seen. Not in a bad way at all, but he's a bit more measured in how he approaches. Dark Angel, I think, is also measured, but I think one of Terry's big strengths is that he is able to kind of bulldog the opponent, and he did lean into that pretty heavily against Leffen, which I think was the right call.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt to each other here, because if ET still opts to be a bit more methodical and wait and see, that's the type of playstyle that can be susceptible to a more offensive bulldog type style.
Yeah.
So we'll see how ET decides to approach against Dark Angel's gameplay here.
Yeah, we are in a 1st-to-3 situation right now, so we're gonna see a lot of development in this match. We're gonna see both these players have already shown their love for doing feints in neutral, trying to bait the opponent into doing something specific, and I think we're going to see a lot of it. Both these characters have some of the best feints in the game. Hoktomaru with his air stores, with his ability to switch up where he's going to teleport, how many shurikens is he going to throw, is he going to throw them up or straight away. Terry with the feint, Burn Knuckle with the feint, Power Wave. A lot of heavy reactionary stuff are we going to be looking at.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm excited to see what they're going to throw at each other here.
All right, we're getting into it.
It is nice. Not that anyone thinks Terry is weak. I don't think I've heard anyone say that. But it is nice to see Terry this high up in a tournament, because the game's still new. But we haven't seen that very much so far. It's usually, you know, a lot of Hoktomaru and obviously Kain and Hotaru. That's like, and Marco, of course, you know.
Oh my god, he gets that confirmed?
Yeah, good stuff here. Dark Angel gets hit by the Rev Blow into Crumple. Massive damage coming up from ET.
Builds just enough meter as well. Gets a situation, nice. Not gonna be enough to kill. ET needs one more opening. Takes that throw, nice.
Let's see what he can do here. Oh, gets tagged with a counter hit, and that is gonna be a very fruitful juggle for Dark
Next
Angel.
hit could kill. Oh, not quite enough.
Yeah. Finishes it out. First round goes to ET.
Already seeing a lot of ET deciding the pace of the match, and Dark Angel having to respond to it.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff from ET. Really good baiting there, jumping forward and then opting backwards just to catch Dark Angel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, big gamble on the Rev Blow there, and Dark Angel getting a full punish off of it.
Just a regular power gazer, didn't want to use the hidden gear super, wants to save that meter, which makes a lot of sense. Level 1 supers in this game are very, very damaging. There's that guard cancel into Rev Blow, but ET not able to answer it.
Oh, beautiful stuff here. Dark Angel cashing it out, taking the second round of our game 1.
Get ready. Fight.
Oh, that could have been huge.
Yeah, But no proper punish there from Dark Angel. That's unfortunate.
Nice. Minus frames into super, yeah.
Yeah, the Avare into the super right there. Puts Dark Angel in SPG territory, but I don't think he even minds.
Yeah, he is in SPG, and it is up to ET to answer back. There's that nice DP. Red blow out of the ET. Doesn't go for the second one. Now Dark Angel on pixel health, yeah.
Deep jump in, and ET uses that to take game 1 here in the losers finals.
Very nice. Honestly, I think this is somewhat to be expected. Hokutomaru, the ET able to decide the early pace of the match. Right now, Dark Angel gathering a lot of data. What is what's ET planning to use to win this set right here?
We'll see. Oh, nice. Good awareness there from Dark Angel. He was just looking for when he was gonna drop. And gets the counter hit. This is gonna be huge damage.
Watch that rev gauge though. That is the trade-off for cashing out for a lot of damage. You get very, very close to overheat.
It's true, but it is getting better right now, and there's so little HP that he needs to shave off here.
Good punish there from ET, able to establish some pressure here, putting Dark Angel into the corner situation. Doing a lot of attacks, just trying to get Dark Angel into overheat. Quite enough. ET needs more than that.
Oh,
there's that red blow.
Comes through. Dark Angel getting around on the board here in the second game.
Get ready. Fight.
Nice, got Knight. Oh my god, these just defense! No answer on the red blow! I'm so sure that Dark Angel was waiting for ET to do the second hit of the red blow.
Yeah.
And that's why we saw him do the high dodge blow at the end there.
Yeah,
Powers Gazer as an anti-air, establishing some dominance right now, making sure that ET has to respect his options.
Game 2, cleanly going to Dark Angel here. And I think that's a little bit of what we were talking about earlier, where he's really pushing hard on ET here, and I think ET needs to take it up a notch as far as his offense goes. He needs to go a little bit more, I don't want to say crazy, but go a bit more relentlessly in, you know?
Yeah.
ET can't give Dark Angel room to breathe.
Yeah. Red blow. And he went for that again. ET not biting.
Yeah. Gets the DP.
Shoot, not enough.
And gets him out of the rev blow range though. Using these shurikens really smart though.
Dark Angel desperate for a good hit here.
Oh, nice. That's gonna be a good conversion here for ET. Gets the hard knockdown. Gets the mix up.
Nice.
Deep jump in, but too far actually to get the full conversion. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of ET going for the air options, which is where Hokutomaru wants to bait out some options and get an according answer. Nice!
Wow. Yeah, ET being very aware of when Dark Angel wants to try and land a throw, and has been calling it out consistently.
Yes, sir. There's that teleport. It is plus. It is a dangerous situation. That one button into Power Guys is enough to get ET out of SPG range. Now his options are a little bit more limited, but he's still dangerous. There's that red blow, trying to make something happen. No.
So unfortunate, because I feel like ET was actually looking for it and then still wasn't able to call it out properly. Oh wow, actually gets him with a light kick in the air. Gonna be big conversion. Now anything could kill, but he didn't believe in the hit.
Yeah, tick throw, not enough. Now both players on pixel. Even a throw could end it, but no safe jump there. Dark Angel able to recognize the situation immediately and sends out a DP to finish the round.
Yeah.
Love the backdash you see from Dark Angel. He really wants to find this one button into super.
Oh, again, just so aware of Dark Angel's tendencies here. And ET gonna get him all the way down to 40%.
It's such a scary position right now. Dark Angel going for an air option right there. Not enough. ET just suffocating him here in the corner. Dark Angel trying to make something happen. Finds a small hit. Get some screen space. That's all he wants.
Oh.
Wild punish into...
Wild punish. Yeah, I think he had already kind of committed to the motion at that point.
Okay. It's just defense. Getting him some life back. Actually huge in this situation. Now he's out of throw range, skill range.
This should be a game. is Dark Angel now 2-1
yeah,
against ET.
Extremely impressive. I love how much Dark Angel is using Just Defense to regain some health, regain some rev gauge, just to get out of that throw will kill me situation.
Absolutely. And we are now potentially one game away from moving into Grand Finals. Let's see if ET can find more to bring Dark Angel down, because he has been doing a lot of things right, but it's just not enough.
Just Defense again.
Yeah, see, that's what he's doing so well. He keeps getting massive punishes on Dark Angel's throw attempts.
Not a lot of health. Even a light super would be enough. Nice.
There we go.
Well played. Just throwing out some feints. Finds a big button here, but not able to confirm it into anything. Out of throw range. Oh, wow.
Good response there to the teleport.
I think that was the first like proper teleport in neutral that we've seen ET do. Most of the time it's been out of a block string.
Yeah, I think he is trying to go for a bit more relentless offense, because he can see himself that that's kind of what he needs. But how do you decide how to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right here, ET finds a good spot to jump in right over that EX power wave.
Oh,
and even finds a... Yeah, even finds... But it's not enough. Next hit could kill.
Oh, beautiful into the level 2. That should be the game. And it's now 2-2. Moving into the final game here of Losers Finals between Dark Angel and ET.
Yeah.
To see who gets their run back.
An extremely quick round as a result of Dark Angel going for EX Power Wave on round start. But ET immediately answering back. Yeah, he's aggressive on this round start now.
Absolutely. But we've seen this happen so many times already. Like, ET starts off so well, and then Dark Angel finds something. But right now, ET's momentum is undeniable, and he blocks the DP. Amazing first round here of Game 5. Is ET going to close it out?
His confidence is high. Let's see what kind of round start he's going to go for. Decides to play it safe this time. See if Dark Angel is going to answer it back. Replo. Time for a knockdown. Good tech again. Dark Angel has been on point with these techs.
Using those shurikens into the nice space, but unfortunately Dark Angel gets through anyway. About half HP off of that big hit. Dark Angel is now going to be in a one-touch situation against ET. And
huge bait.
Just does it to style, man. He doesn't even need to, I think.
Yeah, that was... I think Dark Angel is starting to feel his groove.
Yeah.
This could be a huge round start. Oh my god, what a... Dark Angel saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah. Oh, gets him with the jab, leading into target.
Power wave, nice run under.
Wow.
Are we gonna see a power wave at the end? Yes, sir. This is damage.
Yeah, Dark Angel pushing so hard right now. ET in a corner position, gets the teleport. What's coming next? Misses the cross up. But corner is now in ET's favor.
Throws him out of that red blow. Not enough.
Oh, that's good. Gets out of the corner from doing
oh
that.
Oh my god, that's gonna be enough!
Dark Angel is gonna take ET down. And ET eliminated in third place, with Dark Angel from Mexico moving into Grand Finals to try and get his revenge against TSM's Leffen.
Yeah, we might be seeing a Fatal Fury-specific rivalry brewing between Dark Angel and Leffen right now.
It's possible.
I know Dark Angel is definitely fiending for that run back. He wants to show that... Oh my god, it could be so good. Because we're already at such a high layer of neutral between Dark Angel and Leffen. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen. This grand final is going to be insane.
Yeah, it's one thing to play someone for the first time, or at least first time in tournament, and, you know, feeling each other out, trying to figure out where to go from there. But now, both of these players have a lot of data. And we are going to see what Dark Angel brings to the table here, because I feel like the story of the last set was that Leffen had the winning strategy at the start. Dark Angel adapted to it, and then Leffen adapted to that. So what is the next step in this Battle of Wits?
Yeah, and Dark Angel has a long road ahead of him as well. Because not only does he need to win the first of 3, he needs to win the second first of 3 after, if he's able to send Leffen to loser's side.
Exactly. Since he's coming from losers himself, he needs to reset the bracket, so he would need to win one set against Leffen to send him to losers first, and then close it out in the second round final set. But Leffen, if he just wins the first set, it's over.
Yeah. We're looking at a potentially really long set, and between these players who has already shown incredible ability to adapt to other people's playstyles, this could be a match for the ages.
Absolutely, and we're only 1 month into Fatal Fury. We've already seen a few sets that were like really impactful, and funnily enough, Goichi, Goichi, he was in one of the most famous Dragon Ball Fighter sets back in the day. And he's already made his mark with one of the most famous Fatal Fury City Wolf sets back at Combo Breaker. The other person in that Dragon Ball Fighter set was Leffen.
Yes, sir.
We might have some poetry brewing here before Leffen and Goichi even fight each other in this game.
Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is just the battleground of legendary rivalries coming back once again. And if we see Leffen being able to take this and making it into the road to the EWC, and we see Goichi Leffen in that insanely stacked bracket, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of potential here, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it, but that's not to undermine Dark Angel. He's been a real mainstay in the KOF scene of Mexico as of late, and we are gonna see if he can overcome the beast that sent him to losers here against Leffen. Grand Finals is just about to come up, and I mean...
It's gonna be insane.
Yeah, what's gonna happen, we don't know. I think a lot of people would probably want to see Terry win it, just because we've already seen a lot of Kind thanks to Fenrich. Fenrich has really been winning all over the place with Kind. Not just him. We had others as well, but Fenrich has been the most notable so far, I would say. So it's gonna be interesting to see here.
Let's get into it.
How do you approach it as Dark Angel?
Yeah, let me hear from the crowd. Who's got Leffen?
The hometown hero is pretty popular here.
Yeah, who's got Dark Angel? Able to take it right here?
There we go.
Not as many. Leffen definitely on that home court advantage.
Yeah, for Dark Angel getting a good start though. Leffen already down half HP, but gets the big conversion there off the start. Let's see what he can do. And another big counter hit. Let's see what's coming up here. Gets the throw.
Sir, I love the option of going to throws in that situation, because Dark Angel had access to that red load.
Absolutely. And Leffen gets the one hit into Super. And that isn't even a confirm, because he would do that on block. That's what we were talking about with Kind. But if it's on hit, it's so big. Like, it's such a massive opportunity.
Yeah, and there was that situation. Leffen did a long-range lariat into the EXDP, and the EXDP break is plus for Kind.
Oh my goodness. What's coming up here? Oh, the throw break. Very bold from Dark Angel. Let's see. No, the red flow gets called out, but it's
not enough.
Leffen is in overheat as well. This is really rough for him when Dark Angel starts pushing in.
Sets up some offense here. Dark Angel looking for anything. Fights a small hit here. Not enough. Gets a somewhat knockdown.
Leffen
here we go.
Chooses not to block because he doesn't
big
want
super.
the guard.
He wants that timing. He's about to guard break.
There we go.
Dark Angel going back in. Fights a hit.
Overheat, but it doesn't matter. Takes the second round in first game here.
See what they can do. This round is huge for both of them. Will be the mark of the momentum.
Massive. And now the orb is placed. Goes up for the throw. Gets nothing from it. But Leffen still has the pressure position here. Nice Abaret from Dark Angel.
Nice block from Leffen.
Absolutely. And that's such a nice mix-up getting into the throw there. Dark Angel just pressuring so hard.
Yeah, Leffen's got to watch out for his rev gauge as well. It's looking quite high at the moment.
Absolutely. And now he has to block.
About to put into overheat. There it is. Leffen no longer has the ability to block, basically.
Yeah, this is basically what we saw from Dark Angel before, where he was really just pushing so hard to get Leffen into this position. Now, since overheat lasts for so long, he's actually chilling back a little bit. And there's the big counter hit, but since Leffen does not have access two EX moves due to being an overheat. He can't get as much from it.
Nice take throw. Leffen almost out of it. There's a reversal super from Dark Angel. Triple Geyser.
I'm sorry, I was not prepared for that. Oh my goodness. Holy.
Already, we're seeing some development out of this. Both players are respecting each other's spaces extremely heavily, but
I'm gonna be honest, when Leffen dropped a combo there and the super came out, there was no respect. There was no respect, but I love it.
I mean, in neutral, they're respecting each other.
In neutral, there's respect. I agree. I keep seeing the situation where Leffen is just outside of range. I'm not quite sure how he ends up there.
Oh, not quite. Terry is able to switch up the timing on that 1, 2, 3. Damage out of Dark Angel, taking another round from Leffen.
Yeah, Dark Angel looking very strong here. Leffen needs to figure out how to get his game started, because that's what he absolutely needs here. Oh, and what a good one hit there from Dark Angel.
Big reflow out of Leffen.
Yeah, Leffen trying
Hyper
to pressure
defense.
Here, but cancel. Pushing in. Let's see what's coming up here. Okay, good block.
Leffen, no SPG of his own, not able to react with a reflow.
Oh, he was. If Leffen had anticipated that would be a real one, he could have gotten so much damage there.
Yeah, he did
Oh,
get
nice.
Dark Angel into overheat, so now it's time to block, except you can't. There's the God Crush.
Nice, and Leffen gets a proper conversion this time. Let's see what's coming up. The overhead!
Oh. Impressive stuff out of Leffen. We've already seen a big development out of Leffen. Instead of going for full screen lariats on round side, he's resorted to going for fireballs here.
Yeah, and that is interesting. It actually does help give him a lot of time to consider where his rev gauge is at and what the situation of the match is as well. Oh, started with a just defend, but got tagged afterwards, and he rolls through, gets an opportunity. Not gonna let it go, but he waits.
We're answering back immediately. Oh, wild punish into another power, guys, and now Leffen is on a pixel health, even a throw.
Oh! Dark Angel is swinging for defenses here, and Leffen not able to adapt. Let's see what they can do here. It's still the first set of Grand Finals, but Dark Angel looking so incredibly strong with a 2-0 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. What you're seeing Dark Angel throw out power geysers left and right, confirming from single hits.
Absolutely, and that is the button. The heavy kick coming out there.
Yeah, it's so good. And Leffen just has to respect it right now. Hasn't really found an answer to it yet.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to deal with. It does feel like it's at the exact range where it's annoying. Okay. Too far away.
Yeah, trading sweeps there.
Yeah. So Leffen trying to find an opportunity here. Actually gets caught on the landing.
Yeah, Leffen definitely wanted to just defend against whatever anti-option Dark Angel went for.
Yeah, absolutely. And gets tagged on the return there.
SDP.
Yeah, gets out, but Dark Angel still in a very good position. Gets the crumple. One round away from resetting the bracket here.
Dark Angel looking so confident, so strong right now. Leffen looking for an answer to some of these buttons that Dark Angel is putting out. Dark Angel making Terry look so menacing. Those feints make it really difficult to see what he really wants to do.
There we go. Leffen finding an opening. Oh, rolling out, but Leffen still with the pressure. The rev gauge here is mounting up for Dark Angel. Nice Abare, but Leffen not sure of the range anymore, so he isn't going for that follow-up since it's whiffed so many times.
Just defends all of it, but gets clipped by a low right there. Red blow out of it.
Unfortunate for Leffen. Now finds himself in the corner, but what an answer. That's going to be massive damage into hard knockdown.
Doesn't set up orbs, doesn't want it.
There we go.
Lost. Yep, you have to respect that.
Leffen showing some signs of life here, trying to figure out how to stop the momentum that's running with Dark Angel.
Oh my god, what an answer from Dark Angel, able to punish that red blow with almost 50% of health.
Yeah, that's such a good start. And Leffen
There's another
looking
one.
helpless in this round. Is it going to be reset? It is!
Grand Finals reset.
Dark Angel, quick 3-0 here against the hometown hero Leffen. Let's see what Leffen can do to adapt and turn this around, because Dark Angel has all the momentum in the world here to try and grab not only the SNK World Championship qualifier spot, but also the Esports World Cup spot.
Yeah, absolutely. These players have already played 8 games total in this top 8. So they have a lot of data on each other. And so far, it's seeming like Dark Angel has gotten the most out of this data. Just able to trounce Leffen with that perfect spacing into that standing heavy kick.
Absolutely, and it really feels like it's kind of become a battle of spacing where Dark Angel is able to put himself at the exact ranges where Leffen really doesn't want him, and Leffen is not able to force him out of those positions.
Yeah. Leffen still going back for that
wonderful
spacing
stuff there.
playstyle on round start.
Yeah, he pushes in but gets punished. Get an up cancel into a different special up bit.
Oh, that's a nasty cross up there in the corner. It's so difficult to see at times.
Oh,
Leffen gets clipped a little bit again. Tick throw setup.
Dark Angel going so hard here against Leffen.
Dark Angel playing so well, man.
Absolutely. So Leffen can figure out.
Leffen, again, resorting to this fireball style. Doesn't really want to commit to anything big because every time he's done something, Dark Angel has been able to punish it accordingly.
Yep. Leffen taking some distance here, but gets a big hit. Yeah, that's going to be good conversion. Rolls out, and Leffen not ready for it.
No more SPG for Leffen. Gets hit by an overhead. No, not able to confirm it into damage, though.
Leffen just pursuing here, but the rev blow coming out on Dark Angel's side.
Leffen is on.
There's a big hit. Gets a second one.
Yeah, with the EX moves is enough. I was about to say Leffen was also in a one-touch situation. Dark Angel would have been able to kill if he got a single decent hit.
Yeah.
Nice air block.
This is already looking a bit more competitive than the first set. Let's see what the adaptations are going to be. Leffen putting on the pressure. Not even going for the orbs anymore. There it is.
And that's why you don't.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to put something out for Wake Up, but he has consistently been struggling with this.
Yeah, I think the security...
Oh, nice! That's a massive, massive hit!
Very nice.
Taking game 1.
He's on the board. He's on the board.
Yes. This is the final set of the tournament. We have the bracket reset, and Leffen taking the early advantage here with 1 game up. Oh,
Rev blow right through that power wave.
And the DP, Dark Angel showing absolutely no fear. Leffen getting the corner position again here. Let's see what he has. He runs in after the jab.
Lots of damage incoming.
Oh, this time he was ready for the roll. And that's
able to build a bar as well.
Burns the meter there to finish it out. Leffen trying to start his own momentum here. Is Dark Angel going to be able to answer? Good hit from Leffen. Gonna get the full corner once more. Gets the setup. What's he gonna do? Pressure. Didn't lead to anything. That looked really good for Dark Angel.
Leffen just trying to find a gap to press some buttons right now, but Dark Angel's not leaving any. Not any he can use anyway. Now Leffen on low health. Needs to find a way in again.
And he's pushing the Just Defend coming out. Leffen does not get the mix-up this time.
Dark Angel able to defend perfectly right now. But defending so well that Dark Angel accidentally put himself out of SPG range.
Yeah. That's interesting, actually. But now he's back in it. Oh, gets tagged by the light, and Dark Angel taking a round here. Game 2.
Get ready. Fight.
What are we gonna do? Leffen did switch up his round start option in the previous round. Now going back to playing sort of patiently. But his patience puts Dark Angel into the corner. Now Dark Angel has to guess. Orbs on.
There's the throw. What's coming next? Nothing.
I love how Leffen is just respecting the many times Dark Angel has answered with a power wave.
That is gigantic.
Oh, knockdown, time to guess. Nice tech on the throw.
Oh, throws out the heavy. Dark Angel getting a massive conversion here. What's the wake-up situation?
Not enough.
Get anything.
Playing patiently.
Oh, gets the jab. Leffen gonna try to push in again, but gets hit, and that should be game 2. 1-1 here. Dark Angel taking the second game in the final set. of Headstomper 2025's Fatal Fury City of the Wolves tournament.
Dark Angel did press on Levin's plus frames, but Levin went for a heavy, thinking that he had already established that it was not worth pressing there.
Yeah, Dark Angel definitely showing absolutely no fear, and that's kind of what we were talking about earlier in their first set back in the winner's
Oh, this
side.
could be huge! That's what Dark Angel needs!
Yeah,
Big damage!
This is gonna be a lot. What can Levin do to respond? He tries to do something, gets tagged for it. Another throw. And another
throw!
One. And there, Levin actually manages to get out, but that's such a life discrepancy here.
All Dark Angel needs is a single heavy. And there it is!
Heavy. Yeah, we were talking in winners finals about how Levin wouldn't stay afraid, but now it's Dark Angel who isn't staying afraid. He is showing absolutely no fear in his decision making here, and it's throwing Levin off.
Oh, nice cross up there. Levin able to defend against it, but not the throw. And there's a wild punish, and that's gonna be enough for the round.
Yeah, and that will be Game 3 going to Dark Angel here. Dark Angel 1 game away from taking all of it.
Levin going into the tank, picking character select, wants as much time as possible. Just think about these situations that he's been put in.
Yeah, I think we aren't going to see a character switch from Levin here, but I'm not sure. He definitely is the type of player to try a bunch of different characters, but I'm pretty sure he's going to stick with Kain here.
Kain is the character he's been labbing the most. Been labbing a whole lot against Hokuto Maru, not as much against Terry, just because Terry's not as much of a tournament character threat. Not a whole lot of top players on it, but Dark Angel able to use that to his benefit, using those unfamiliar ranges.
Yeah, absolutely. And Terry is one of those characters where people definitely talk well about him, but he's never in the conversation for top characters. And you know, early in a game, that's gonna mess you up. And good start here from Dark Angel, getting that massive Sardo once more.
Just defend, tries to make something happen is Levin, but not enough. Fireballs out.
Some distance here. Trying to move forward, but it's difficult.
It's just defense from Dark Angel, looking so nice, and that's a perfect backdash into a wild punish. Not enough for the super.
Nice Abare from Levin though, but he needs a lot here. That is a good call out.
But he's in overheat. He blocked too much.
Yeah, this is really, really rough for Levin. But he sets up a situation. He puts him in overheat. But
no, that's a chip out situation.
Yeah, he lets Dark Angel get that hit, and now Dark Angel is one round away from taking the whole tournament.
Big counter hit here from Levin. Starts up his momentum. Able to find another hit. Is he gonna get Dark Angel out of SPG? Yes, he is. Time to guess. What's he gonna...
Oh, the DP coming out, but that's fine. Oh, okay. Levin getting hit once more. Dark Angel piling up on him.
This is some damage.
Oh, there's the throw. These throws have been doing a lot for him. Nice.
Not enough. Needs one more hit. A throw is not enough.
There's a
Needs
throw.
more.
Needs something more. Oh, and the throw coming out. And the jab wasn't enough. That's crazy.
Unironically, Dark Angel's just defense have been so clutch for him. Has given him this light.
Oh, is that it? That's it?
Power Geyser is gonna be enough. Not
it's
quite.
Not enough.
Needs one more.
And Levin with the DP. And Levin is so happy with himself for that one. And that could be the heartbreaker for Dark Angel. You know, he might have thought he won there, but not yet. Levin does not get the conversion.
Yeah, this time Dark Angel not able to just defend all of that super.
And there he goes, Dark Angel getting another hit, pushing in, trying, gets a massive hit.
It's not enough. Levin tries to run out, but it's not enough. Power Geyser, not enough. Needs one more.
Is so bad for Levin. And he went for the tech, and Dark Angel closing it out over TSM Levin here on his home turf. And Dark Angel manages to reset the bracket and then win the second set to qualify for both SNK World Championship and the EWC Esports World Cup.
An incredible set between Dark Angel and Levin. I would love to see them continue playing, see the mind games develop even further, but Dark Angel able to take so much data from these sets that they played and able to clutch it out for the victory at the very end here. What a play!
Yeah, and you know, if there's one thing that's sure about fighting games, the main thing that you need to do is adapt, and that's what he did.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Able to adapt despite using a character that's not recognized as one of the top 3 dogs of Fatal Fury. Making it with Terry. With Terry, with Honest Mids Terry.
The Honest Mids Terry. I mean, this is the thing when it's early in a game. There are so many characters, you don't know everything about them yet, and a lot of them are big threats. You have the early top tiers, of course, and I'm not saying that Terry is some kind of hidden top tier, but I think there are a lot of viable characters in this game, and we're gonna see more and more of them as we move on throughout the game's lifespan.
Yes, absolutely. What a finals! What a top 8 of Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
Bracket. So many massive players in here, and Dark Angel, honestly, he is a known KOF player, without a doubt, but looking at all the names here, I would say he's kind of the dark horse, or at least one of them. Like, you have names like Score, E.T., Leffen. Obviously, Leffen not known for specifically SNK games, but, you know, Justin Wong, Uero Asamiya. Like, you got all these massive names. And, yeah, Dark Angel, he's definitely a known player, but now he is putting himself up there in the stars as one of the greats.
Yes, absolutely. This is a game you should look out for, because Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is a game full of the top players of the entire world trying this game out, making names, taking names from KOF legends.
Yeah, absolutely.
And despite all that, we still see something as great as Leffen versus Dark Angel, all the way from Sweden versus Mexico.
Yeah.
In what I honestly consider SNK games still to be like South American Mexico turf, but Leffen able to make it all the way to grand finals just is a statement to this is a new age of SNK where the entire world is on the top level as
Absolutely. I mean, just look at the bracket. In the top 8, we had 5 different nationalities represented.
Yep.
Mexico had 3 spots. Absolutely. We'll concede that. But we also had Japan, Taiwan, Sweden.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada for Justin Wong, actually. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Well, you're going to play Fatal Fury. That's what you're going to do. This game is...
and USA. Dave-O.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course.
I got thrown off with Justin there.
Yeah.
But Justin does represent Canada.
Yeah, but this game is incredible. I love this game. The defensive options you have in this game are beyond what many other games have. There's so much execution. There's so much spacing, timing. Neutral play is incredibly high. If there's something you're frustrated about in this game, you can lab it out and find the perfect answer to it.
Yeah, of course. And that's what people are going to do now. Everyone who watched this is going to be like, I think I need to drop into training modes. I need to check Terry.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's going to be it for us. You know, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, amazing game. Hope you enjoyed the top 8. I've been Majin Tensionan.
I've been Homborn.
Yeah.
And we're going to send it over to the award ceremony. And don't go anywhere, because we will be back with Tekken 8 here at Headstomper.
Absolutely. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.
Hello, and thanks to the top 8 for this amazing Fatal Fury City of the Wolves top 8 bracket. Everybody give a big shout out to all the players for top 8. And for all the viewers watching, thank you. So without further ado, let's introduce our top 8. At 7th, Justin Wong. We'll send him a smell, he's not here right now. And another 7, we got Score. On 5th place, from the United States, give a big shout out, Dave-O. On a shared 5th place, can we get a big hand from Mexico, Shadow X. On third place, from Taiwan, Team Falcons, ET. Okay, well. Sorry, small mistake. For seventh place, I forgot to shout out, where is Zamia? Sorry about that. Can we get for a second place, Leffen? And then a big hand for the faithful Set of the Wolf winner and EWC and SWC qualified, Dark Angel. Congrats. And an interview. So Dark Angel. How do you feel about you qualify for EWC, SWC? How do you feel about that?
Y representar a México es un gran orgullo para mí.
I'm very happy for being able to win. I'm very proud of made it, and I will be representing Mexico with all of my power.
And would you say it was a big help that you had, of course, your Mexican, friends, brothers, training partners? Was it a big impact that they were here and supporting you?
¿Qué sientes por haber tenido a todos nosotros y a toda la gente que te apoya?
Me siento muy feliz. Me siento muy feliz de haber venido a Suecia a competir aquí con mis hermanos mexicanos y con toda la banda aquí de Suecia. La hospitalidad y todo el contenido y el evento, excelente. Me siento muy feliz, nervioso por el torneo, pero sí, feliz. No hay ninguna otra palabra. Feliz y gracias a toda la banda que nos apoya y agradecido por representar a México.
I'm very happy with my brothers Mexicans. The event is very good. I forgot what he said, but I'm very happy for me here, for being able to make it.
And we have one more prize for you as well from SNK. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for TEKKEN Top 8.
This is the Esports World Cup 2025, and it just got bigger. Over 2,000 players from more than 200 clubs will battle it out in the ultimate test of skill, strategy, and endurance. With a life-changing prize pool of over $70 million on the line, the stakes have never been higher.
But only one victor into the grand finals.
The prize money will be distributed across the main event, MVP awards, and the qualifiers. And on top of that, an additional $25 million is up for grabs in the cross-game competition, Club Championship. The week of July 7th, the action kicks off with 7 weeks of intense competition. The world's top esports clubs will go head-to-head across 24 of the biggest games in esports.
Oh, it's Savage into Leona, but that's amazing.
Every match, every moment, every play brings us closer to one question. who will rise above the rest.
They will march on to the semi-finals.
Every club will be looking to challenge the 2024 title holders, Team Falcons.
Club champions.
At the end, the club champions will be crowned.
Reign supreme for the Esports World Cup.
Here's what it takes to come out on top. Each club can compete in all 25 tournaments to earn points and climb the club championship leaderboard. The more points a club accumulates by the end of the tournament, the higher its ranking. The club with the most points wins the EWC and is crowned the best esports club in the world, taking home $5 million. But this isn't just a competition. The Esports World Cup will transform Riyadh into the largest gaming festival ever. Esports fandom meets gaming culture, offering visitors immersive experiences across more than 50,000 square meters. This will be a true celebration of everything that makes gaming great. The world will be watching. Be there. Witness the action. See you in Riyadh.